Good morning, good morning. Welcome to my Monday messages. I'm Rebecca. I'm a homeopath, QTT practitioner, holistic health coach, and natural health advocate. And just coming here on a Monday to share a thought or a stimulus or a simple practice to open us all up to possibility, to open us up to becoming more conscious of what in our lives is actually working for us, supporting us and enabling us, and what perhaps is disabling us, keeping us a bit stuck. And most importantly, being able to affect change, to do something about that if we decide that that is the case. So I was doing a little bit of teaching at the weekend, and I was reminded of the importance of when we're working with energy medicine, which is what homeopathy is and is what QTT work is as well, that we can start to embrace a different paradigm to the health paradigm or medicine paradigm that is present when we are choosing to work with something like pharmaceuticals. And that once we open up to a different paradigm or even the possibility of it, that things start to open in an ever widening way, basically. And that little statement that I've attached to this video already, that everything we need to affect change is already within us, is one of the golden rules that QTT practitioners kind of live by. I certainly live my life in that way as much as I can. There are a set of rules or a structure, if you like, that help us to be in this world in fully in ourselves and without judgment, without blame, and with understanding and patience and tolerance. And if you want to know more about those, then you can click on the link with this video to read that blog series. So I won't talk about the golden rules anymore today, but that is a central tenet of both QTT and homeopathy, which is why I love working with both of them, basically. And that central belief or set of beliefs is that we have a very strong innate energy that is hardwired, actually, to work towards healing whenever we have the resources to do that. And when we can harness that, when we can access it and enable it, then that's when true effective and lasting healing takes place, whether that's physically, emotionally, or spiritually, hopefully all three. And that's what we're working with. And if you choose to come and work with me, we are working with energy. I think most of you understand that that's what homeopathy is. And even if you are not fully embracing that concept that within us we have everything we need, it's just a question of accessing it, then that won't stop you necessarily from using either QTT or homeopathy, but it may stop you from feeling the full effects of it and feeling able to progress and grow using either. So that's why I thought it was an important thing to discuss today. And it all comes back to our beliefs. And belief changes are something that we do regularly in QTT work, and we do perhaps more subtly with homeopathy. And beliefs can be either enabling, empowering, or they can be disempowering. And those concepts apply both, they apply to everything, actually. They apply to all of our behaviour and all of our choices throughout life. But I'm talking about today when they apply to our choices in medicine and in healthcare. And there are a lot of collective beliefs that inform our decisions, also our individual beliefs. Like any belief, it doesn't matter how long you've been hanging on to it. It can be changed at any time when we decide that actually that is not serving us anymore, that it's actually keeping us stuck. It's not really helping us to grow and to open up to possibility and to, in this case, to full health. So we can do that at any time we want to. And what I wanted to encourage today was for you to have a little bit of a look at what your beliefs are around medicine and around healthcare, and obviously particularly your choices. So when you think about the choices in medicine or healthcare that you've made up until this point in your life, and they may be mixed, are they largely driven by fear, ultimately? So a fear of feeling pain or discomfort or discharging or, something like that. Are you coming away from something? Are you choosing medicines or healthcare as a preventative to stop you from doing something or from feeling something? Or are you choosing healthcare or medicine with a view of going towards something? So wanting to feel supported, enabled, empowered. Good morning, Sarah. Thank you for joining me. And just feel into the different energy of both of those drivers, if you like. And I think for all of us, we maybe have a mixture of both of them. But if you look at predominantly how you choose your medicines, close your eyes, get it if you're safe. Get into the energy of either. So if you think about, okay, when I choose my medicines, when I choose my healthcare, I'm choosing them because I really don't want to feel X, Y, and Z. I'm choosing them because I'm fearful of becoming diseased in some way, that I am fearful of becoming ill, in pain, disabled in some way. Or am I choosing my medicines because I want to access my inner healing abilities? I want to keep them accessible, enabled, and able to run my health at an optimum level. And when I do that, I can feel free, I can feel healthy, I can feel vital, I can feel knowledgeable and conscious of what works for me and what doesn't work for me. And this is one of the major benefits of choosing a system of medicine that actually enables your own innate healing abilities. And that energy that we are talking about here, it's not unique to homeopathy, obviously. In homeopathy, we call it the vital force. In TCM, it's called chi. In Ayurvedic, it's called prana. It can be called life force, spirit, anything you want, basically. But most paradigms recognize that it is there and it is hardwired to work towards health. So if we can support it, when we choose systems of medicine that support that and strengthen it and enable it, and yeah, absolutely, as Sarah's saying, and empower it, then we will feel all of those things as well. And we also get much more conscious of our own individual needs. And that information and that knowledge is always beneficial. It's not beneficial to us to feel disempowered and to feel that we have no part in our own healing. So what I wanted you to do today is just have a feel into those beliefs that you may be carrying around. Well, you are carrying. We all carry beliefs around everything that we do. But have a look at your own, around your choosing system, around medicines, healthcare, all of that. Are you always in a kind of fearful mode of trying to prevent something from happening, either within you or externally, or are you more in a more kind of I need to make sure that I am feeling as vital and as empowered and as vigorous and vital and able as possible? They're very different energies. So if you feel into both those energies, feel what feels right for you in any given situation. But just for purposes of today, just generally, feel into the energy of both of those. What does it feel like? What are the outcomes of choices that you've made in the past? Are you happy with them? What would you like to do going forward? Which energy would you feels nicer, feels better, feels more you, more authentic, more full of possibility? And then going forward, you can choose whatever system of medicine or healthcare helps you to feel more of that, if that's what you choose. So that's pretty much all I wanted to say today. I mean, it is a gateway. Once we understand that there is an innate force in all of us, and that it is capable of anything, of any healing, providing it has the right resources. When we choose something like homeopathy, which is a stimulus to healing, it's a frequency basically attached to whatever remedy is most appropriate, that is actually acting as a key or a map to our own innate healing frequency, our own energy. And that is unique to us. And when we can harness it, when we can actually strengthen it and enable it to do whatever it needs to do to work towards healing, that affects permanent cure or healing. And it just enables us to get stronger and stronger and stronger. So if you choose to come and work with me, you're working with energy medicine. And I think it's important that we understand when we're choosing things like homeopathy or QTT, that is what we're choosing. And therefore the parameters are different. They're much wider, much more open, much more full of possibility. And that's exciting, and it's freeing, it's liberating, it's full of endless possibility. And I'm not saying that you won't necessarily choose sometimes to switch things off, to disable things, as long as you understand what you're choosing and the consequences of that, and that maybe you are able to choose the former, the more enabling, the tapping into your own innate healing skills, as a kind of follow-on from that choice, maybe. And maybe doing a little bit of both, but doing it consciously and doing it with information and with a greater and greater knowledge of you and how you work and how you can access your own vital force, your own chi, your own prana, whatever you want to call it. So that was just about it for today's message. So it's a little bit of a kind of pondering, a little bit of exploratory journaling, maybe, just on what are your beliefs around medicine and what you need it to be doing, how you need it to be working, what you'd like to feel from choosing that system of medicine or that system of healthcare. And if there's any questions or if any comments, then do pop them in. And if you're watching on the replay, do the same and I'll get back to you. If you want more information on how I work, any of the energy medicine systems that I work with, then do click on the link with this video or you can go to my bio. And the link to the blog series on the Golden Rules is also with this video. So have a fantastic week and think about those beliefs around your medicine choices. Thanks so much for watching. Take care. Bye.